Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we have a dinosaur, the Carnotaurus. So kind of like a T-Rex kind of dinosaur, but he's got horns and stuff. So we're focusing on the head as usual. So I'm on landscape orientation paper. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. We're going to start with his eyes. So the center point of my page is about here. Come up over to the right hand side a little bit. We just put the eyes in this area. The head is like here and we have a bit of a long neck going back, right? So let's see what we're working with. Right, so eye. So typical kind of dinosaur eye. So we go curve it over and down, right, like so, and then it sort of comes back for the tear duct and then down underneath here like that. So in the iris, we can just see it takes up most of the eye, so we can just see like the back there, either side of the eye. And he has a round pupil, quite a big one, like so. So then, eyelid lines coming around. Like so. And a couple more coming down underneath here. So like bags and wrinkles and stuff coming down underneath his eye. Maybe like another one on top. Like a big one down here. And these can have wrinkle lines, texture lines on them like this, going up and down, like so. So he has his eyebrows like this big round sort of section, just comes up and down, right? So say from here, right? So we'll go, yeah, let's see. So we'll go back this way, right? And it's kind of a bumpy sort of line, and it comes down around his cheek, down this way first, and then it'll go up over here. And this it's real bumpy because it can have some scales and spikes and things on it. So it comes down just like this way, right? And then the inside of this comes up on the inside of his eye, right here, and then comes over the eye here, comes back down like that, and then there's like a line that goes that way. It kind of joins this. So we'll make this just a little bit, this line just a little bit thicker, just to show that there's kind of like a shadow here. And these lines all come up inside. So lots of wrinkles inside here. So then this is like a scaly sort of bumpy sort of area, right? So it's got all lines on it like this. You know, you can have some scales on top. And this will kind of go this way. Right, so coming out towards his nose then from here, right? So let's see, this goes that way, and this kind of goes around here. Yeah, so that goes the whole way around his eye, and then we have some more sort of stuff coming up from here, right? So we go up, and then we're gonna go down this way. This will come all the way down towards his nose at the front. So this will go like down, like a ridge down to here. And then we have a bottom section to it here. comes in and down like so. Right, like that. And this can have some bumps and scales and things coming down. Just the top of it. And maybe some more sort of texture lines just going up this way. Right, like that. So he has, so the rest of his snout is out here at the front, right? But we got like another part of his head comes down this way, and it's kind of spiky, and then there's horns here. So we got, well, I'll do the big horn just here first. So it comes around like so, and this goes up like a cone, just goes up here, back down, right? And this can have sort of texture lines, you know, going around. Like so. And then this bit will go down into his head. And then this other section that I was talking about, so it's quite, it can be spiky, this. So, you know, like kind of lines like this going down. You know, so these are like horns, and they kind of get smaller and eventually sort of disappear as we go down the rest of the way down his snout. So they kind of get real small, and eventually it's just like bumps and texture lines coming down. Right, and this eventually will come down around the front. For his snout, sort of down the front there. And it'll sort of stick out for his lip here. And then in back here we can see his horn, right? So we've got like some more sort of ridges, bump lines. The horn on the other side of his head just sticks out back here. Like that. So his nose is in here then, and just for his nose, right, we've got like a nostril. Sort of a dark, long line like that. And then we can see the other nostril kind of here. Just not much, just like sticking out the side there, but not much of it. And this kind of lines comes down there. This line will come down more towards his mouth. And then we got like some nostril lines just coming around here. So then he has one of those things that dinosaurs seem to have, a kind of a cavity or like a line on their face just here. And then we'll add just a few more like areas of like horns just on his head, just these sort of spikes, you know, coming down this way. They get kind of smaller as we go down here. Okay, so we'll do the top portion of his head. So it curves around for his lip. Curves underneath. So he's got quite a big head. It's not like, it's kind of stumpy. You know, it's not like long like a Velociraptor or T-Rex. You know, it's kind of shortened. This comes back. So we're kind of out past the horn here for the back of his head. And then this will come around, start to travel up. And again, kind of like here, he's got some spikes and things as we go up here. And it just will join this area, the horn just there. so, and you can add as much of this sort of texture stuff as you'd like. You know, sometimes you can add scales, actually draw them in. Right, and then, so we'll draw in his bottom jaw and then do teeth and stuff. So, bottom jaw. Let's see, so we'll kind of go out, down from there. It's kind of like got some wrinkles and stuff here. And then we'll go down this way. So mouth is open, right down to his chin, back up. Then this will go around the other side of his mouth, just here. We've got like teeth and stuff here, so we'll just go back this way first. You can thicken up some of these lines just to show there's a bit of shadow and stuff. So, and then we'll add bumps and scales and mouth scales and stuff around his lips, right? So these sorts of things. So lots of these sorts of texture lines. So lots of wrinkly sort of areas. Like so, and you can add as much of that detail now as you want. But we may add some down here as well. This. And you just keep going. Like so. Right, so then he's got some small teeth coming across here along the bottom. And then we have that line for the mouth, you know, that skin sort of line that animals, dinosaurs and stuff have. Just here. Right, so then those teeth. So they're quite small, so well, relatively small. Like so, and then some along the top, and there's like a back row. There's rows on the other side, but we'll just do the first row and then like his tongue and things like that. So can we actually see? I think we can see like the bottom of the teeth up here. We can actually see like the gum line a little bit just here, like some teeth going in around the back. So they eventually go all the way down like so, right? So then, so we can see like the other side of his mouth and his tongue, right? So his tongue comes out. It sticks up here, back in. And the center line for it just goes up to there. Right, and then so the back of the mouth up this way. This goes in behind there, and this will have like some skin lines and things. Just going all the way back to the back of his throat. And then we can see like his jaw just on the other side here. And then teeth along the bottom, so just underneath the tongue. So we can see like these sharp sort of teeth here. And they go into his gum line, so you got to add that curved line along the bottom. And maybe some like bumping lines just for the gum. And maybe his lip. Some lines coming down on the inside here. Like so, and then we can see some teeth along the other side of the mouth, back here as well. So they're like in between. So we got like gum line back here. And then the teeth sort of just come down behind here. Like so. And if you want like extra details, we'll add some like drool or something. So just like a straight line, like a line of drool coming from the, but then you can add some drips or something coming down as well. Alright, so like another sort of drool line, maybe, where did I put it? Coming down here, maybe just from his tongue. That kind of stuff. And if you want, you can give him scars. I usually like to give dinosaurs scars. It just makes them look a bit more gnarly. So that kind of stuff. Just makes them look a bit more interesting. And then like scales and things. And some texture on this horn, I forgot that. Right, so neck. So we'll do the bottom, comes all the way back, right? So his head is like real outstretched, right? So we'll just go back this way. somewhere, okay? All the way up to there. I think we meet like one of his little arms here. And then the other side of the neck. So the other side of the neck has lots of scales and spikes and things, right? So we'll just bump this, right? We'll make it a real bumpy line. And just here, so his body like comes down and then his neck sticks out. So this curves back up this way. Right, and we'll just make it bumpy, right? So we can add like some lines and scales and things, right? So like I said, so his arm is like here somewhere. So there should be like a shoulder or something, like I'm gonna put it here. So it like curves around, up. And then like some more sort of wrinkle lines here. So it goes like down. Back down this way. And this like comes out to his elbow somewhere, like here. He's really small arms, like smaller than the T-Rex even. So like hand comes down this way. You might see like a little claw or something here. A finger there. The elbow goes down that way. You can't see much of it. Just like a little arm just goes down there. It's really small. And then we can see some of his leg or something here. You could just do the neck if you didn't want to do the arm or anything. But that's what we can see there. Right, so then there's like sort of his like armpit is here, and this line like goes up real far up this way. And then the other side we have like another sort of texture line for like a fat roll of skin just here. And then we have necklines and things, right? So we got like those sort of lizard like sort of neckline going back this way. And usually this is a thicker line, so because it's a big skin line, so we'll just make it a bit darker. And then we'll do some lines, texture lines going this way. Right, so then back up here, right, we'll do those spikes. So spikes all coming up and down. More or less like this, and we can make them a little 3D by adding sort of an extra line coming down them like this. So kind of making them look a bit like a pyramid. Like so. There's like texture lines for his body here. And there could be like light sort of, so like another level of like horns sort of coming down this way, kind of light sort of. So it goes down and it goes up his back. So we'll just draw in sort of goes back this way. Maybe like another one here. Right, so these would be like just some so just these sort of spikes going up his back this way. Right, more or less like this, and then some more sort of necklines traveling up and down this way. And maybe there's like another layer in behind here. And you know, you can add as much of this sort of texture and scales and stuff as you'd like. So it's kind of a personal choice, really, how much detail you want to give it. So just adding like some skin lines just around these horns, just to sort of, or these spikes, just to sort of make it look like they're actually coming out of his skin rather than just sitting on top, you know, just going around them. And again, lots of scales and stuff if you want. And sometimes it's useful to just thicken up your edge lines. So this is just like giving extra line weight in some places. So what this does is it just darkens the outside lines, and it just makes the drawing a little bit more interesting, that's all. As in, like, you'll have a thicker line and thin lines on the inside. You know, some shadowy places like this. This is optional, of course. But it can help. Right, but nearly there. So like, you could do a lot more, of course. You could keep adding sort of hatching and texture lines and everything all over, but I think I'll leave it there. That's how to draw the Carnotaurus. Hope it was helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.